Hey guys, hope you're all having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be taking care of some of the tropicals and just overall annuals that I planted in the ground in the garden because we had our first frost. I believe it got down to about 28 degrees and things are looking sad. So it's time to get this stuff out of the ground and clean things up for the spring season. I just wanted to preface what I'm working on by saying that I already took care of the 2 hardy bananas that I have, as well as the 3 hibiscus. There was 1 here and then 2 in the back over here. I actually am going to make like a short Instagram video, so you'll see this entire process on those other platforms, and you'll see it on YouTube Shorts as well. But what I'm doing with these 2 is I have the fence around here. I have some grass clippings and leaves. I ended up cutting that back section of the yard and just tried to fill up as much as I can, but I'm basically just protecting these for the winter and trying to save as much of these stems as I can. Now that stem I might have to cut a little bit shorter because I can't necessarily mound it up that much, but I'm just trying to stuff as much material in this as possible. So if I swing over to this side, you can kind of see what I've been working on so far. On either side here, you can see what these elephant ears look like. Not very good. So I think my idea is I'm just going to chop these down to the ground. I'll just let the bottom of this sit there because I'm not planning on planting anything there, and I don't think they're going to come back next year. So I'll just kind of cut those clean to the ground. I'll put the rest of this material inside of these banana containers, whatever you want to call them here, just so that way it's more mass that can go in there. And then over this way, which I'll make my way over here, these are the dahlias, which really do not look good. I didn't realize how black they get once we get a frost, but these are done. These are totally done for the season. I'm going to dig up these tubers. I might try to save them. I'm not exactly sure what it is that I want to do, but I can at least clean it up and then get rid of all these poles. Now there's a lot of other stuff in the garden too that's actually still looking pretty good after a first frost, so I'm just taking care of the stuff that really doesn't look good now, and I'll kind of do it in stages. So I'll just do a little bit today, I'll do a little bit in a couple weeks from now, until it's all taken care of before the winter. So I'm going to get started on removing a bunch of this stuff, and then I'll show you what these spaces look like in the end. Everything that I wanted to for today, so let's take a look at how these spaces have changed. So first of all is this area by the deck where I had these alocasia or elephant ears. Now these are pretty woody plants, so this is about as far down as I could cut, although they actually weren't that difficult to cut. So worst case, I have to still remove this next year, but I figured I'll just kind of let it sit, and I don't think it's really going to hurt anything, so I'll leave that one here, and then I will leave this here as well. I didn't really cut anything else back in this area, but you can see the bananas are pretty filled. I mean, I did end up leaving these stalks higher than they actually can be filled, so I might cut them back, but also, if anything, this is going to add a little bit more protection, and I can always cut them fresh in the spring if I need to. Just a backside from where those 2 elephant ears are, if I head over this way to where, like right behind the hot tub is, you can see the hot tub right here, there were 3 types of, or just 1 type, but 3 plants of hibiscus. This was the edge of night hibiscus, and you can see I cut this one back, I cut this one back, and then I cut this one back and I just put all of those stalks in with the bananas. So where this second palm is here, and then where the limelight hydrangea is, there was that one tall sunflower. It's the only one that happened to grow this year. So I did cut that up. That went in as well. And then if I keep walking this way, this is where all those dahlias were. So this really clears up this space. I also left the dahlia tubers over here. I don't know if I want to give these away to people. I might end up bringing them to URI and seeing if people end up wanting them. But these here in this group, these are all Lavender Perfection. And then this one here is the Cafe LA. Now, you can barely see, but I do have 3 roses right here. These are the At Last roses. I'm really trying with these. But again, I constantly have an issue with, I think it's a groundhog. It might be rabbits, but I think it's a groundhog. They've even eaten on my Pearl Glam Beauty Berry. It's a little hard to see just because the camera won't focus too much. But there's stems that don't have ends to them. The berries, I think, were eaten, but that's okay too, because I know that the birds might eat the berries. This Euonymus, they started eating like the backside of. You can see these sections over here. These branches were all eaten on. So I don't know what to do. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, because I think it's a groundhog. I don't know what else it would be. If you think it's anything else, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to figure out kind of what this is. And if there's anything else I can do, because I've tried repellents, but repellents only really work for a week or two, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, I also had the 2 pepper plants that were here. I also will mention too that if you watch the video when I transplanted these lamb's ears, these actually have grown in the last like 2 weeks. They've grown quite significantly, and they already look like full-size plants, even though I divided this too. So this area is actually shaping up very well. And once this goes dormant, I'm gonna cut this thing back too, so that way it grows nice and thick with a better shape next year as well. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are cringing right now seeing some of the things that I happen to cut back, but there actually is a reason for that, and this is the announcement that I wanted to make for this video. So, I actually am taking an internship in Colorado where I will be gone and away from my garden for 6 months. So it'll be from January till the end of June, and I will be working at Tagawa Greenhouses in Colorado. Now, I think they have a few different locations, and it's actually the type of internship where I'm going to have a rotating schedule, so I'm going to do a bunch of different things, but the primary idea of this internship is I will be doing propagating and producing plants for Ball Seed Company. They're one of the biggest companies in the industry, and they do a lot of like bedding annuals and that kind of stuff. So I will be working doing that. I will be in a warehouse. I will be, I think, doing like setups at Costco as well. They have a garden center location in Centennial, Colorado. So I'll be kind of just around the Denver area. But I will be living out there for 6 months, so it's going to be a really exciting experience. I don't know for sure if and what I can share with you while I'm there. I don't know if they allowed recording there, but I will have an interview soon so I can ask them those kinds of questions. But obviously, any videos I do make are going to be a lot different than the stuff that I have been doing, since I won't be here in Rhode Island until July of next year. But I'll be leaving right after Christmas, so I will be here working on the garden, cleaning up everything that I can until I leave. And that's also why I'm cutting a lot of stuff back right now, is so that way my mom is going to be here taking care of the garden while I am gone, but she doesn't know, every single thing and how to take care of it and how to cut it back. So I kind of will go through that process, but I just want to take care of as much as I can before I end up leaving, just so it's less of a hassle on her. And then when I get back, we're going to pick right back up and then keep going with what I'm working on. So that's pretty much the announcement I wanted to make for you guys. I'm really excited. If you guys have any other questions or comments about what I'm going to be doing, feel free to let me know, and I'd be more than happy to share at least the information that I know so far. So with all that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Stay tuned for a lot more garden cleanup and cutting things back in the next few weeks, and I will see you in the next video.